sit up too.
I'm ready.
What we doing here?
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll get started with this press conference. The head coach of Norfolk State University, Coach Robert Jones, as well as grad student Christian Ings here with us. We'll start with just a recap of the game by Coach Jones.
Great game by the guys. I'm still probably not overly pleased because of the second half. We let the team shoot 60% in the second half, and they didn't change any jerseys or any new players played. So I'm a little frustrated with that we kind of didn't put two halves together. But we played a pretty good first half, which carried us over to get a resounding 23-point win, which is tough to do in conference play.
We'll start with questions. First of all, I think maybe in that second half, maybe one of the most probably memorable things would be the exciting way that you're finished, the way you finished at the rim. I think you had a lot of exciting dunks, and you saw it was a team effort tonight, especially everyone got into the action.
Yeah, I mean, Jelani didn't play, and he's obviously a key piece to our team. But once again, everybody else stepped up, and I think our depth showed. Once again, I think that we always say that our depth is our strength because there's really not a big drop off if you go from the first man to the 10th man usually. So all 12 guys tonight played, and they played great. To get a big win, led by this guy right here. On his return game from, being on deathbed. Yeah, like he was on deathbed, but he's back and he played a pretty good game tonight.
Big first half for you guys. Two big runs. You had a 12-4 run. They cut it to 24-20. You guys jumped back into a huge lead. Talk about that first half, how streaky it was, and just how you guys were able to just get forward.
We just try to come out with elite focus to start the game, and it's a game of basketball. Everybody goes on runs. It's back and forth the way that the momentum swings. So we try to keep ourselves locked in, even when they go on a nice little run. We always tell ourselves all right, what we gonna do to stop the run so we can start ours? It's just we stayed locked in the whole time. Didn't worry about them hitting shots. We just said we'll stop the next ones and we'll make sure that we keep the defensive intensity high. And once they start missing, we start making it, and that's how we start our run.
Yeah, I think the focus in the first half was totally different. That's why we got to get the focus in both halves. And I know when you're a basketball player or any player, and you're young, and you see the score going up to 27 points and stuff, it's easy to lose focus. But championship teams have elite focus. So if we want to be a championship team, we got to learn how to find elite focus. And I mean that's what we're here for. We're not going to practice hard every day just to try to come up short. We're trying to work for a championship, and we got to not just work on the court, but our minds got to work too.
I think one of the keys in this ball game was how preparation turned into production.
Yeah.
You can tell, especially in the first half, they want to play a little zone. We did a good job of getting easy baskets against the zone. We also did a good job of not settling. I think we hit threes, but we didn't settle for threes. I think that's the biggest thing about what you do with preparation coming into the ball game.
Yeah, we try to prepare these guys the best we can because I think preparation is everything. If you're going to know exactly what the team does, then you can combat it quickly. So we try to prepare these guys as best as we can with the different scenarios that the other team. And some of the stuff, like even with their zone, we couldn't fully simulate it because we couldn't figure out all the exact principles of it. So we've simulated as best as we could, and we were able to get the shots that we wanted to get in the first half and throughout the course of the game, really.
One of the things you were asking for was Joel Meding to play stronger around the rim.
Yeah.
And I think his ability, it doesn't say, I know a lot of people say he's 7 foot, he should dunk the ball, but tonight he was probably the most aggressive we've seen him around the rim.
It's probably the most aggressive I've seen him in 2 years, honestly. And that's not to be overly funny, but there's some truth to that. That we've been telling him around that Coel is 7 feet. I don't know why Alex Lindbeck has him listed as 6'9". Shot at Alex.
6'11".
Yeah. Okay. You got him listed 6'11" now. Okay. Because I saw 6'9" on the paper, but yeah, he's like 7 feet. So around the rim, and he's athletic. So there's really no reason why he's not dunking the ball around the rim. But today, he got the ball around the rim. He showed that he was 7 feet. today. So hopefully he can continue that and keep that up because he had a good game where he had 12 and 5. I'm probably more impressed by the 5 rebounds, and some people might think that's not a big number, but if you know Coel, there's a lot of 1s and 2s sometimes in those rebound columns. So to see him get 5 rebounds is actually more impressive than the 12 points because I've seen him get 12 points before. So if he can give us 12 and 5, and Jalen gives us 15 and 8, and and Christian and Brian do what they're going to do, and you add Jelani, I mean, we will be a tough out.
Yeah, like all the time we talk about, Coel and our little huddles that we had, and we like, cool, you too big to play the way you playing. And today he just showed that he wanted to play aggressive, We tell him all the time, it's in you. It's not something that you got to do. You don't got to work out more over here. It's just, if you got it in your chest that you want to go up there and dunk on him, ain't nobody going to stop you. And today he just showed it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. I'm proud of him.
Speaking of like that sequence, there was like you had 4 straight possessions. It ended up in dunks. One of the last ones was you had that one going to the rim, got the crowd going. Talk about that.
Defensive principles. You play the gap. I forget which number it was, but he tried to drive the gap. He's in there. We got the steal. I seen a defender running up the left side. I looked at him. Thought he knew what that meant, but apparently he didn't. So, you asked for it, I gotta give it to you. Pause.
Yikes.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we should end it there. Great job, but you do go to Baltimore tomorrow.
Yeah, tough shot.
And it's a very, very tough place to play.
It is.
We won there, but we've struggled there. And every place we go, they try to make it a different kind of environment. What do we have to do in practice tomorrow and preparation on Monday to win a game at Morgan?
To understand it's a different team totally. Morgan's probably one of the most talented teams in the league. Outside of I'm gonna say my guys are talented too now. But besides these guys, I think Morgan is extremely talented. So Morgan just for some reason can't figure it out, and we just don't want them to figure it out Monday. So they're very, very extremely talented team. They got bigs, they got guards, they got shooters, they got slashers, they got everything that you want. And they got great size. I think it's like they got 7 guys, 6'8" or better. They got everything that you want in a team. So we just got to impose our will and keep them not figuring it out. But yeah, Morgan is definitely a tough place. I think the students might not be it, so that might be a little easier up there. But usually they have like a theme night when we come up there. So it'll be a little different feel probably Monday than normal. So we'll see how that goes.
Any more questions?
No, yeah.
Good,
Good, yeah.
Right,
Thank you guys so much. It was nice meeting you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me too,
congratulations.
man. What's your name again?
Daryl.
Darryl.